Hi everybody, welcome to this opening round guide video for Expert Division in the Winter Springs tournament here on the channel. This is part 1, that is holes 1 to 9. Please give me a thumb up and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Help me get to 20,000 subscribers if you would. Only takes a split second and it's totally free. Don't forget this is part 1, part 2 will be available on the channel as well, so please check that video out when you come to play your back 9. Plenty of drops here and tweaks for anything I didn't drop to help you on your way here in Expert for the Winter Springs tournament. Here we go with hole number 1. On this par 4 we're going to play with APOC, Kingmaker and a Grizzly. We're going to find our position first with APOC 5 and 6, half the red ring inside the rough on the left at the top of +4. That will be +10 for APOC level 4. 5.8 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. Don't forget, if you're using a different club level, your ring sizes and accuracies are different, so make sure you convert those as needed for your club level. Max +10, power 3 settings, no push-up required, full overpower, lovely slow needle and half a ball of curl to the left, hitting perfect, and this one is going to bounce cleanly on the fairway away from the rough and the lampposts, and then it will roll very nicely down the fairway here, right down the middle. Drive distance is going to be in the region of 380 yards. Second shot, find minimum distance line with the Grizzly, and then we're going to add some spin first. Backspin needed here, and you'll see the amount that I settle on is going to be 2 bars of backspin. Then we count up rings from min. You see I pushed up 5 rings there. Just doing a quick check on the backspin. So 2 backspin, count up rings from min, avoid the glitch, ball guide to the pin. There's a nice little area there you can find where you get a smooth ball guide. And we're going to play rings from min, -10% elevation, power 2 settings. 5 rings from min with Grizzly level 9. That is a 6% slider. So you can see, making my adjustment, -10% elevation, power 2. Like I said, your number of rings from min may vary depending on your drive distance, but just make sure you're not getting any glitchy ball guide. Good chance with a perfect ball of starting this round with an eagle. With this par 3 we're going to add a 2.5 backspin and 3 bars side spin to the right. Once we've added spin, we find our position with the yellow ring touching the rough on the right and very, very close, if not touching the bunker edge on the bottom, with the ball guide through the hole. It's not going to be through the middle, but that's fine. Once we've done that, we adjust mid +5, power 2 settings. Mid +5, power 2. As always, try and keep the wind below 8 miles per hour if you can with these par 3s. Once we've done that, we are going to need curl as a base curl. Obviously, you might need to tweak it due to wind angle variance, but you can see here it is just a couple of clicks away from outer wall right. There is a little bit of the adjustment ring showing, so try and replicate that as best as you can. We're dropping it for the hole in 1. Going with a Titan here, and we're going to play 5.8 top spin, 2 left spin. It's no move target on the drive, so make sure you start with the right club and ball. No move target. Spin as shown. You don't need to worry about the ball guide really, because like I said, it's an NMT shot. Adjustment max +5 here, power 3 settings. No push-up needed, just a perfect ball. And here you'll see I go for just before the circle drops as my overpower reference. So a few clicks of OP, just find the point where the circle drops and then bring it back 1 click, and there's your overpower. We get a nice little extra roll here, but this has been very consistent for me, around 330. Second shot, go with as much topspin as you can. 7 is nice really, and then we stretch out and find our position as shown, just aiming slightly right of centre because the wind's going to push us in to the left. Max +10, you've got to go with the Cataclysm or the Big Dog here. Go with whichever gives you the most topspin with a 180 yard club distance. So max +10, then if you can bear it, we are going to push back up to max. In fact, you really need to do that. Whether you want to bear it or not, you've got to do it to get close to the green. So it's going to be a full beans shaky needle, no curl, just try and hit perfect on this one, do the best you can. It's going to be a lot of people just getting a birdie on this tough par 5. More topspin the better, and you could even use a higher power ball really, get yourself nearer to the green. Quick guide for the wedge here. It's going to be no spin, Endbringer School, 5% elevation, power 1 settings, ball guide short of the cup. On this one we're going to play with the Grizzly here, 1 top spin, 3 left spin, and then we're going to find our position with the ball guide through the hole. Here you will see I offset slightly to the left based on the previous miss, but we're going to miss this left in this video, so I will go through the hole rather than just slightly to the left hand side. Adjustment here, max plus 30, power 4 settings, using Grizzly 9 numbers all the time here, and same with anything with the Sniper, I use Sniper 10 numbers, so even if you've got Grizzly 8 or Sniper 9, just go with Grizzly 9 numbers and Sniper 10 numbers. 2 pulls over the bullseye on this one. Don't worry about dropping into the bunker. You see here I add a couple of clicks only of OP just to make sure. You can do the same as well. Works nicely for me. With a tweaked aim you should get this one pretty much in the hole, if not very close for the hole-in-one. Onto this par 4, going to drive with the quarterback, 5 top spin, 3 right spin, P3 max distance with the quarterback level 9 and 10, and the blue ring touching the rough on the right hand side. Very simple setup here. You're going to need a pencil and paper for your drive distance, DD on the notepad. We're going to use that for our second shot adjustment. Max plus 10, power 3 settings on this one. Now just finding a nice straight pull angle here, looking at the wind arrow, then making our adjustment. And I'm going to take our shot. We will need some curl to the right, and you'll see here I go with 0.8 ball curl. Look at the edge of the Kingmaker aligned with the inner wall of the adjustment ring to the right. Just before the circle drops as my overpower reference, as I don't use grids, bounces clearly away from the rough and down the middle. And we get a glitch roll-ish here, but you can still use drive distance even if you get a slightly deader rollout on the drive. Second shot, we are going to add spin first. 3.3 top spin, 1 bar right spin, setting up with the inner ring, the green ring, whatever you want to call it, touching the rough line, ball guide just through the hole. Then we adjust for a 369 yard drive, 40% slider, minus 10% elevation. If you drove further than that, say 370, you play 38% slider, and so on, 2% per yard. So minus 10 elevation here, and we're going to take our shot. Might drop you into the bunker, might not, might be worth a token or two just to build some tweaks in, but we've got a reference drop for you here to build from. Perfect ball away, catches the rough very, very nicely, and the topspin takes us beautifully into the hole for the eagle. If you're enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to support the channel and help keep it free for everybody, you can do so by making a small donation in one of 3 ways. You can click the thanks button underneath the video, you can use the PayPal link in the description down below, or you can become a channel member as well if you wish. Albatross here, even with this slightly awkward wind angle. 5.8 top spin, 3 left spin. Start at plus 10 with APOC 5 and above. P3 max with APOC 4. Blue ring for APOC 5 and 6 touching the rough on the left. APOC 4, you'd have 30% of the blue ring inside the rough as a guide. Adjust max plus 10, APOC 4, add whatever you adjust into as overpower. You can see here we're going with about 2 balls of curl. Draw a line down from the tee just by the point where the circle starts to drop as your overpower reference. Hitting perfect, plenty of room on this one, but of course you want to try and hit perfect just to find centre fairway here, but the first bounce very, very safely in the middle. 390. Second shot, going to be Cataclysm, just in case you're short with your sniper. 5 backspin, 2 left spin. Predominantly this is a case of getting it to the green, but luckily I did drop this one, so you've got a reference as well. Add your spin, second bounce on the fringe line where it meets the green, aiming just to the right edge of the cup. I must say, I didn't expect this to go in, but it's a nice bonus if it does. We're going to play landing position plus yards, minus 20% elevation plus 2 is equal to 75% slider, plus 4 would be 80% slider, and so on. Cat 6 here, but you can play with other club levels as well. Just make sure you've got that distance wood club packed in case you're too short with a sniper. You don't really want to be pushing up after you're adjusting. Unless you want to try that, of course, you're more than welcome to do so. We get a very nice albatross here on this par 5. Nasty wind angle, so I'm going to play the Rock NMT, no movement target shot. 3.5 backspin and 2 bars right spin, so enter the hole with the Rock and the Kingmaker. Then you just adjust from that default target position. Max plus 10 power 3 settings once we've added spin, of course. Making our adjustment. Very safe layup. You can also play down the left-hand side, but you will need a premium ball, really, especially with lower level clubs. Otherwise, you're shooting into direct headwind and you may not clear the rough. So this is the kind of more universal, safer approach, but the drop is a little bit tougher, I will admit. Max plus 10, very consistent drive here to around 270 yards. Second shot, move the target up to get the top of the white ring touching the pin. Plus 6 is the plus yards given, that will be plus 8 with sniper level 9. Then we are adding spin once we found our position, and we want the red ring curving around the rough line. We want to tweak this aim though. I just missed this one, so I would encourage you. The speed is good, so I like the distance that the ball guide is beyond the pin, but instead of having the ball guide over the hole, I would like you to move this one about 1 cup to the left. Just have a look at how much I missed this one by though, and just shunt it over to the left accordingly. I like the adjustment though. We bounce where we land very nicely, so I would just tweak the aim with spin rather than position. So when I talk about shunting the ball guide over, use side spin for that rather than moving the target. Mid distance, 30% elevation here for a top white pin check. That's TWPC on the notepad of plus 6. Center the ball, and like I said, just clock how much I missed this one by. Offset the right amount using spin. You've got a decent chance at the eagle from distance on this par 4. On this par 3, going to play the rough bump. Sniper 10 can set up with a basic ball. P0 max distance. Yellow ring touching the bunker on the left. If you're at sniper 9, you can't do that. You will have to set up at plus 2. We're going with 4.5 top spin, half a bar of right spin, and you'll see here ball guide goes way beyond the hole, but it's going to be okay. In the end, I just reduced that top spin down a little click there. It's about 4.3. And you can see deliberately offsetting the ball guide to the left of the cup. So pause the video, take some more detailed notes if you would like to. It would increase your drop rate. Mid plus 15 power 3, not tested in winds higher than 8, so a wind 4 ball recommended. If you don't have a wind 4 ball, take a token or two, try it in higher winds in case any tweaks are needed. Mid plus 15 power 3 pending any other wind angle tweaks. This is going to catch the rough very nicely in the middle. Grates may not be safe though, so only attempt if you are feeling confident. On this par 5, going to play cheap with a katana, and we're going to go 5.8 top spin and 1 right spin. Leave yourself room from the rough with APOC 5 and 6 blue ring touching the rough. Don't set it up any closer than that, otherwise you risk landing in the rough directly. Aiming as shown there comfortably down the middle of the fairway, away from the rough on the right. Have a look at the rocks and the lampposts in the distance for some landmarks to aim at. Max plus 0 power 2 settings. Perfect ball, no curl, no overpower. Just concentrate on hitting perfect, and the top spin is going to do the rest of the work. As you can see, we don't want to push it any closer to the rough, but we trundle down the middle of the fairway nicely. Drive distance in the region of 365. Second shot, Cataclysm or Big Dog. 6 to 6.5 top spin is fine. I wouldn't really want to push it any further than that in case of any glitches. And 3 right spin. Half of the blue ring inside the rough on the right with my club level. And again, we're kind of aiming away from the rough in both directions. You don't want to push this one ridiculously close. The adjustment here, mid minus 10, It's a weird adjustment, but it works very nicely because we're going to use a decent amount of right curl, but we want to make this grate safe as best we can. Unfortunately, I hit a grate left here, 3/4 ball curl to the right, but a grate left is still safe, and there is definitely room for a perfect looking at this replay. If you're worried about a grate right, you can always set up a little bit further to the left. That will leave you a very simple end bringer wedge for your eagle on this par 5. Thank you for watching this video on the Winter Springs tournament here on the channel. I hope it's helped you. Please share the video as well to any other friends you have in the game that might benefit from the content, especially as a lot of people are stepping up. For more help, head on over to Facebook. 12,000 members there waiting to help you out. Shot sharing, guides and more. Plenty of discussions to be had over there. Good luck everybody. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.